Do you struggle with paradoxical insomnia or sleep state misperception? Are you convinced that you're not getting any sleep whatsoever for days or weeks at a time? Have you ever felt as though time flew by during the night as you laid in bed? Perhaps you've had a bed partner who tells you that they saw you sleeping when you were sure that you were awake. Well, the good news is this isn't uncommon, and there are some things you can do to help you recognize when you're asleep and when you're awake. And this is what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. Hi, I'm Martin Reed. If you have insomnia, I offer sleep coaching programs that will give you all the skills and support you need to enjoy better sleep for the rest of your life. You can learn more at insomniacoach.com. Now, research shows that people with chronic insomnia often underestimate how much sleep they're getting. So someone with insomnia might think it's taking them longer to fall asleep than it actually is, and they might be getting more sleep than they think they're getting. This sleep state misperception, not knowing when or if you're awake or asleep, is often driven by arousal. And this makes sense when you consider that people who don't pay any attention to sleep, who spend no time thinking or worrying about sleep, tend to assume that they're asleep for almost the entire time they're in bed. People with chronic insomnia, however, often spend a lot of time thinking and worrying about sleep, not just during the day, but at night too. Now, this activates the arousal system and can make sleep more difficult. It might then take longer to fall asleep. We might wake more frequently during the night, spend more time awake during the night, self-monitor for sleep, and feel fatigued during the day. All these consequences can lead us to believe that we're getting less sleep than we actually are, and this can perpetuate the problem. So what can you do if you think you might be experiencing paradoxical insomnia or this sleep state misperception? Well, I think that figuring out how to reduce worry is a good place to start. Something really quick and easy you can do is not checking the time during the night. When you check the time, you activate the arousal system, since you now have to process this new information and respond to the worry that this information often generates, especially when it comes to how long it might be taking you to fall asleep or how much time you have left before your alarm is going to go off. Secondly, recognize that self-monitoring might be playing a role. When we monitor for sleep or for the effect of sleep, we might notice or pick up on things that could lead us to believe sleep didn't happen or was insufficient. For example, if we feel groggy and lethargic when we get out of bed in the morning, we might think this is down to insufficient sleep, when that might not be the case. When we self-monitor, we become far more likely to notice things that might otherwise have gone completely unnoticed. For example, puffy eyes, wrinkles, aching muscles, etc. Similarly, if we make a mistake at work or experience a bad day, we might conclude that we didn't get enough sleep. On this note, since a lot of sleep-related worry and arousal stems from concern about what the next day will be like if we can't fall asleep or fall back to sleep, it can be really helpful to give yourself the opportunity to recognize how much control you have over the quality of your day and how little control insomnia has by engaging in enjoyable, enriching activities as often as possible. So, as you've probably picked up on by now, worry, anxiety, and arousal are likely to be big drivers of sleep state misperception. With this in mind, we can see that taking steps to strengthen the body's own biological mechanisms for sleep might help overpower the arousal system, improve sleep, and help reduce sleep state misperception, this paradoxical insomnia. This means that, once again, we return to the evidence-based cognitive and behavioral techniques I talk about a lot on this channel. So, for example, allotting an appropriate amount of time for sleep by observing a consistent and appropriate sleep window with a regular final out of bedtime in the morning can be really helpful for the body clock, while building sleep drive to help you fall asleep faster and spend less time awake at night. Often, the quicker you fall asleep at the start of the night, the easier it can be to recognize sleep is happening. Because when we wake during the lightest stage of sleep, it does often feel as though we were still awake. Ultimately, the less you worry about sleep, the less attention you pay to sleep, the less you monitor for sleep and for the effects of sleep, the easier sleep will be and the better able you might be to feel the difference between sleep and wakefulness. But really, perhaps the real goal should be not even caring or paying any attention to how much sleep you're getting. If you can get to that point, that's when you know that you're truly leaving insomnia behind for good. So I hope you found this short video helpful. If you did, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. I do try and share a new sleep snippet video every week. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, or suggestions for a future video, please leave a comment below, or you can email me directly. My email address is hello@insomniacoach.com. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'd like to leave you with this important reminder. You can sleep.